Is there any value in objective truth? Is there any value in saying gravity is gravity, water is water? There's objective truths in the world that are, that can't be, challenged, or if you challenge them, you have to have a whole lot of evidence in order to make people see them a different way. Or do you think that that everything is basically like gender, for example, is a great topic now to, I think, see this through. There are people that go, there are men and women that are born men and women, and then there are trans people that are men that become women and women that become men, and then there are people that go, gender is a spectrum, much like personalities, and there's an innumerable amount of genders. And that's a issue right now that people are kind of fighting this battle about, because a lot of that stuff is people manifesting their own reality, saying, I'm gender, whatever. And then a lot of people going, well, we have a whole canon of Western science and medicine and biology saying this, and you have your own feelings saying that. Where do you go with the feelings? Do you go with the biology? Because you have a lot of, on one side and not that these things can't change, science evolves, all of these things evolve, but is it dangerous to just tell people that they can just manifest their own reality no matter what the objective scientific, like, is there anything that I know I sound like old guy, I sound like the witch now.
No.
But this is a concern, and I mean, this is because I think at the end of the day, you have a lot of achievements that, the scientific method, for example, is, you have medicine that you would not have had years ago. The way that we've gotten this knowledge, we've acquired this knowledge, is because there are certain processes, there are certain disciplines that people have studied for years and years and years, and they have, and then now you also have people that just go, no, fuck you, I'm that. What do we do with that?
I think, okay, so from like alien school perspective, which could be, I have a brain tumor, as my disclaimer.
Listen, I've not met anyone in this business that does not have a brain tumor.
Yeah, it makes me funny. So this was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
This near-death experience, I talked to aliens. The aliens say that we were playing a three-dimensional, fear-based game that is based on dichotomy. So it's like a program written out, and the premise is this dichotomy: good, bad, right, wrong, light, darkness, male, female, and that those dichotomies are all going to dissolve, and that everything will become everything for a while. Then we are going to be in an 8-dimensional, meaning like so many more, the difference between a triangle and an octagon. So there's all these other aspects to play within the game. And when they said male and female will cease to exist in 2000, I had never heard anything like gender as a construct.
Interesting. So this is, you were saying, and this is why I love having you on, it's fascinating, that this is just a step in evolution.
This is a step in evolution, and that the whole premise of the game, let's say starting with the allegory of Adam and Eve, was in the garden, they accept this program of life and death, this premise that they are separate from God. So the premise of what the alien said is, you are God. You are the God. Period.
Listen,
you created everything you've ever experienced. And this whole journey that mankind has taken is going from the beginning of this game, not knowing that they are God, and having to go through this entire evolution with other parts of themselves to get to the final conclusion where they realize they were God the entire time.
And then what do you get at the end of the game?
You then play a different game that's way the fuck cooler. So that's why I'm trying to get to that part.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so what's very interesting is that you're basically saying that going forward is going to require all of these definitions kind of dissolving.
Yeah.
Borders are going to dissolve.
Parameters is what they call
parameters
of the game.
And we're going to fuse. And we're going to fuse, the genders will and we're going to fuse with technology, and that's going to allow us to get to that higher plane.
Yeah. So what they described this reality that we're coming out of as dense, and everything's concrete, and everyone's locked into this concrete. This is this, and this is this, and it will be more light, more energy, where we're moving things with our mind, and technology is creating.
Things aren't set in stone.
Yeah. When texting first came out, I was like, what a way to tune people into their telepathic abilities, because you're learning to speak without this is the beginning of learning to speak without audibly speaking to each other.
So interesting. I never thought about it like that.
All of technology. I drive in my car and I have a magnet in my heater vent that my phone goes into, and I'm driving in my car and I'm telling the phone to take me to a place, and then I'm telling the phone, and my reality is turning into something out of the future. It does everything. And that opens our mind to what is possible. So what in 1985 people thought was possible was so limited, and what technology is doing is opening our minds so that we can start to realize we are God, we are creators, because now the realm of what's possible. That's why this thing about the Supreme Court judges, this is a dead system of authority. It doesn't matter. We don't need gatekeepers for anything. And this is my one, I never want to sound anti-science, but just this need to be told what is real by someone other than yourself. We went from believing in religion is the answer to now it's science. Now I need someone that I don't know, that I've never met, that's probably funded by a corporation, to do a study that I don't understand, to tell me what's real. I can't say, hey, if I don't eat this food, I feel better. You know, like I don't eat gluten because I won't shit if I eat gluten. And the doctors didn't tell me that. I figured that out on my own. But then I tell someone and they want to criticize me.
Like, well, have you seen has a doctor diagnosed you?
Like, I know when the fuck I'm shitting. Like, I can make that decision for myself. I don't need someone outside of myself. So I live my life according to what makes sense for me. And I don't need the collective delusion. I don't care if I sound... I'm happier than you are.
Right.
I'm happier than all of the people criticizing me. I'm more successful than all the people criticizing me. I decide I'm going to do something and everyone tells me I can't do it, and I figure out a way to do it because I'm not listening to a bunch of other followers. It's not real because everyone believes it. That doesn't make it real.
But why can't we do blackface? You know what I mean? Like that's what I wanted to ask this whole time.